What's going on, everybody? So we're gonna go ahead and do a wild card weekend recap. Starting off with the Cardinals at the Panthers. Let's be honest about this. I said it last week that I like the Panthers. It wasn't because I think the Panthers is one of the scariest teams in the NFC or none of that crap like that. It's just that the Cardinals been playing like total shitbags over the past month or whatever. I don't know why, Lindley was the quarterback. Why, what's that guy's name? Bruce Arians, why he didn't choose to put the other guy, Logan, in. But it's all past now. But Lindley, it's very, very tough to say it, because these guys go out and they compete on a regular basis, man. And I don't say it easily when I say people are shitty, because it's a very tough sport. You know what I'm saying? It's a very tough sport. Guys go out there, they work very hard to get in those positions, but you gotta know what your quarterback is capable of at that point. And maybe he just didn't see enough in Logan, the other dude that's there that was just ready, willing, and able to do what he had to do. But the Panthers defense is something to be reckoned with. And offensively, I believe that the Panthers are challenged. That's why I don't see them, beating the Seahawks next week. But I wouldn't be surprised. It's just the way the NFL is. Like, I can't wait to get to the Lions-Cowboys game, because that's what's really been pissing me off since yesterday. But just speaking about this game and looking at all the intangibles, Kuechly, is he going to be Defensive Player of the Year again this year? I don't know. But this man, like I say, like he's one guy that makes plays. He reminds me of Teddy Bruschi a little bit. Remember when the Patriots were always making their runs and Bruschi was always involved in the play, and just, it didn't matter where it was. If somebody had AIDS, he was there. You know what I'm saying, bro? It didn't matter. Like, he was everywhere. Like, bro, it was all over the place. That's what he reminds me of. He's just a linebacker. He just goes out there and he just makes plays. That's a very dangerous individual to play against. All Cam Newton would need to do is to be able to put some points on the board. And I believe the Panthers defense can play with anyone. I just don't see them going past the Seahawks, if that makes any sense to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that defensively, their defense is top notch. I don't know how they lost that many games during the season. Well, actually, I do. The offense sucked balls. But, defensively, Carolina is really, they're ready to go. Offensively, Cam has to make plays, and he can't be the pocket passing stiff like an erection Cam. He has to be mobile. He has to move. That run game, though, has to be the same way. That run game, though, I believe, was it Gruden, Chucky, during the game, he said that's why he got fired from Tampa Bay, is because, Jonathan Stewart and the other dude, what's it, Jonathan Stewart and the other guy there, they ran him out of the gym. And D'Angelo Williams, like, those two running backs are wild. Those guys are wild, savage beasts, bro. And they just played an all-around great game. If they're able to do that, do I think they can compete? I do think they can compete. Do I think they're gonna win? I doubt that. I doubt that very much. But hold up. I don't know why the fuck I'm actually getting calls right now. But that's besides the point. What we have to do is this. We have to be able to understand that the Panthers, were they in a shitty division? Were they under 500? Absolutely so. Absolutely. But at the same time, we have to understand this, though. The Seahawks is a completely different breed. The Seahawks have a good quarterback. The Seahawks have a good offense. The Seahawks, their defense is top-notch. That's the reasoning behind me not seeing the Panthers going past. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. It's the fucking NFL. Everything goes. You know what I'm saying, bro? People, whatever. You don't never know what's going to happen in this game. But I can tell you this much. I'm a betting man, and I'm going to bet on the Seahawks winning that game. It's just, the Panthers beat a underprivileged, ridiculous quarterback that, I don't think he could start on a high school team, literally. But it is what it is. That's what they had. That's what they utilized. Who am I to say that the coach didn't make the right decision? He obviously knows something about football, but at the same time, it was poorly coached. It was poorly coached, and the Panthers came up with the big win. At some point, you got to take that QB out, put somebody else in. It's the playoffs. You got to try to do something. You can't talk about it now after it's over. That's my only opinion. You know what I'm saying? If it was another coach, that sort of the QB was struggling and shit like that, and he's a no-name guy, I believe that somebody else, a more veteran coach with a more veteran mindset would have taken him out. That's it. That's all I can say. Other than that, the Panthers ran him out the gym. Well, not the gym, but the stadium. And the defense was unbelievable. Shout out to Kuechly. He probably, probably the best middle linebacker in the game. The next game, Ravens at Steelers. Ravens 30, the Steelers 17. This surprised me. I thought the Steelers were going to win this game. But T-Sizzle, bro. Yo, bro, now that he got his teeth fixed and he looks halfway decent, I would be scared to play against him because now he should have more confidence. You see, when a man is ugly, he plays with a rage and doesn't give a fuck. When a man thinks he's starting to look a little bit decent, he starts to give a fuck, but he cares about how far he goes now. You know what I'm saying? Like, at one point, he looked like a fucking gorilla. His teeth were out of his mouth. His lips were hanging down past his chest. He got his teeth done, which I always recommend anybody. Listen, men, this is directly for men right now. Women see your teeth as, unless you're in England. Most England people, no disrespect to England, but I don't know what goes on over there with dentistry. You guys' teeth be jumping out your fucking mouth. But women love good teeth. So if your teeth are fucked up, take some time and go straighten them shits out, get some dentures, do what you gotta do, because that's the first, not only women, but that's the first thing that people see when you smile, is your teeth. Make sure they're not yellow, make sure they look good, and go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much where it's at. And T-Sizzle, ever since that whole experiment with his teeth, bro, and his mouth can close now, I like what I'm seeing. Can they upset the Patriots? Yes. Have they done it in the past? Yes. Will it happen Saturday? I don't know. Not quick to call that yet. All right, Big Ben. The biggest part about this game, let's get right to it. Big Ben got hit, fell on his head. They thought he had a concussion. They put the other guy in. He got a couple first downs and almost was driving him to a touchdown. They put Big Ben back in with a concussion, and he throws a pick. That's pretty much how the game, that's what it winded down to. They maintained Antonio Brown very well. The Ravens did their thing offensively. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I don't know. Joe Flacco, he played well. What the fuck? I don't know. What do you guys want me to say? The Ravens deserved that win. They beat the Steelers. They really went in there and they beat the Steelers. That's it. It's nothing really good. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was something that couldn't happen. That one touchdown that Torrey Smith didn't drag his foot, though, when Joe Flacco hit him in the back of the end zone, that was crazy. The game should have been over a lot faster. It should have been as dramatic as it was, coming down to Ben Roethlisberger throwing a wild pick while he was concussed. But the Ravens outplayed the Steelers. That's it. They just outplayed the Steelers. I watched the game. Like, bro, look, they just outplayed them. The Steelers started to, do whatever they had Ben Tate, but you're taking away, it was tough for them. It was tough for the Steelers. Missing their starting running back, a lot of, those type of things, you don't just take away a guy that's the second leading rusher on the Steelers and you think they're going to do the same shit. And then Ben Tate fumbled and the other guy recovered it. But, it was just, bro, like, it's just the Steelers. It's all about getting healthy at the right time. They weren't healthy enough. The Ravens went in there, no condom on, and took care of them. That's pretty much it. Bengals at Colts. Bengals 10, the Colts 26. AJ Green didn't play, and Marvin Lewis is the coach. So you know that the Bengals are going to lose. Okay? If this man returns to coach the Bengals, I just don't know anymore. You can fire other coaches for not doing their jobs. But you won't fire a coach that hasn't made the playoffs, hasn't won a playoff game in umpteen. I don't even know the years, bro. Umpteen years. Marvin Lewis is probably a great guy. You know what I'm saying? Probably a great guy. He's probably a guy that, goes out and buys pads for his wife while she's on a period. He's probably a great guy. But he's not a football coach for the Bengals right now. He's not what they need right now. They need a new voice. They need to go in a new direction. They need to do new things. That's it, man. Andy Dalton, the redhead, I don't know about him. I don't trust him. I don't know what they're going to do there. I just don't know about the Bengals, man. I knew they were going to lose the game. It wasn't a fucking surprise. So it didn't really matter. On the other hand, the Colts played very well. Andrew Luck is becoming something that I think will be better than Peyton Manning if he plays as many years. with all the pressure that was on him, for him to be even where he is right now is definitely commendable. He was definitely the true #1 pick. RG3, or Robert, as I call him, is a bust, and I believe he will be a bust. And the Colts just played well, man. They played well. I don't know if they could beat the Broncos, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. It's not like I'm not giving him a shot. Peyton Manning throws wobbly balls most of the time, and I think if the Colts can get pressure on him, I think that'll be a major issue for Peyton Manning. And you know you can't hit Peyton Manning too much or he'll just be out. So you never know what might go on in that game. But the Colts, they played the Bengals, guys. They're going to win, especially without AJ Green. But the #1 thing is Marvin Lewis was their coach. Lions at Cowboys. Lions 20, the Cowboys 24. I'm not even going to talk about the whole game, bro. I'm going to talk about one fucking play. The referee really picked up an apparent pass interference after they looked at it in review. I'm going to say that again. The refs picked up a flag after review of an apparent pass interference. That linebacker was not playing the ball. Based on the rules, that is PI. I believe if the Lions finish that drive, they score and they win this playoff game. But apparently that's not what happened. Do I give the Cowboys credit after being down 14-0 and still allowing the refs to save their life? Yes, I give them credit. They came back, they played the game. I do believe that they're a dangerous team and they can beat the Packers. Did they deserve to win this game yesterday, Sunday, January 4th, 2015? No, I do not. Do I believe? I can't believe that. I do not believe that. I do not believe that they deserved to win that game yesterday. But at the same time, the call was made. The Lions didn't step up afterwards, and you got to play football. So, you know, you could cry, you could whimper, you could do all that shit. But at some point, you got to play football. You got to let the past be the past, and you got to move on. The Lions weren't able to do it. I predicted it. If you go and look at my Facebook, my Twitter, I predicted that Bradford would choke after the Cowboys were able to score when he threw that touchdown to Terrence Williams. It's just the nature of the beast, bro. When you get fucked over, if you're not confident, you don't have that clutch, which Stafford doesn't have, you're not overcoming that. Could other quarterbacks have overcome this? Absolutely. I just don't think that Stafford was prepared to do it. And that's the bottom line. But that was a huge play. And then the Lions had a chance. You know, they fumbled the ball. What's that guy's name? I forgot, the rookie that got the fumble, then fumbled it again, and then he's the one that eventually got the fumble to end the game. That guy, trying to do too much on the first fumble, that game should have been over. So I guess if you look at it both ways, they both had chances to where the game should have been over, and it didn't go that way. And the Cowboys still stepped up in the end and made the play. So the Lions can have a quarrel about that play, but they had opportunities to win this game afterwards, and they didn't take advantage. And it comes down to who's clutch and who's not. The Lions weren't. But would that penalty have changed the game? Abso-fucking-lutely. I can't say anything otherwise. Absolutely. But congratulations to the Cowboys and the Cowboys fans. Like I said, at the end of the day, the refs are gonna call what they want to call. I don't know what the conspiracy is. I don't want to know about it. All I'm saying is that I've never seen that when a flag has been thrown for PI like that and it's reviewed with apparent PI where the guy is not playing the ball as per the rules. I've never seen that before. Mike Pereira, one of the referees in New York, he couldn't believe it either. All I'm saying is I don't know what happened with that, but that was a major turning point in the game. If I'm a Lions fan, I want answers. That's all I can say about that. But again, congratulations to everybody that's moving on. The Cowboys, the Colts, the Ravens, and the Panthers. We're looking forward to this Saturday, January 10th. Ravens at the Patriots, Panthers at the Seahawks. And then on Sunday, Cowboys at Packers and Colts at Broncos. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my picks. Do I think the Patriots are ready to beat the Ravens? Do I think the Patriots are ready to beat the Ravens? This is a tough one, man. This is a tough one. but I'm gonna have to take the Patriots. I gotta go with the Patriots. Panthers at Seahawks. I gotta go Seahawks. Cowboys at Packers. Cowboys at Packers. If they had the same ref squad that was in the game, the playoff game they just played at Dallas, I like the Cowboys. If it's neutral refs, I like the Packers. If that makes any sense. Colts at Broncos. I gotta believe that the Broncos will win that game. So I'm taking all the home teams. Pats, Seahawks, Packers, Broncos. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know your predictions. I hope you enjoyed this wild card weekend recap, and I'll see you next week with the divisional. Until next time, as always, one love.